what new metrics should teams be tracking to prove that customer experience is actually making money?
Yeah, this is interesting. So we've gone from the traditional customer satisfaction rating and NPS, and we're really now looking at quality outcomes. There are some platforms actually that can review a number of things. So reviewing the overall experience and the sentiment that customer experienced. The QA tools are actually doing this rating now. And that's across 100% of tickets, and whether the customer was served by an AI agent or in fact a human agent. That QA tool, you can change the metrics that looks at. So it might look at the overall response time. It might look at the sentiment. It might look at whether that customer received a good outcome. Those tools are really good. And from where we've come from, where previous to those QA tools, you had a person manually going through tickets and probably only being able to cover about 1% of interactions. The QA tools are really providing much better coverage and also much broader criteria than a human reviewer could do. So when we talk about the making money part, or I guess the conversion, you could look at the click rate. If the customer service agent is providing recommendations, then actually tracking the click rate of the customer would be one way to see whether your recommendations were successful. You also can put some metrics around the online, say, checkout pages. If your agent are actually making recommendations, just as an example, we have a couple of fashion brands that are definitely, providing recommendations. For example, I see that you're looking at these pair of jeans. Would you consider also the matching top that our designers have put together, or the matching shoes, and then providing those recommendations, through, say, messaging tools, and then seeing whether the customer has actually then moved to the checkout pages and obviously converted that into a sale. That would be definitely a good metric to track. There are a number of platforms that are actually do tracking throughout your websites and will, through cookies and other technology, will actually provide metrics end to end for specific customers and see whether that journey was frictionless and whether it was successful as an outcome.